There's been some folks in my comments talking crazy. Uh, it's not crazy, crazy. It doesn't sound crazy, but they're saying in the comments like someone had put it in the comment like, "I wish I had proper equipment, and I wish I had a backyard," because they commented that on a video where I was working out in my backyard. And another one, I can't remember which video. I think it was one of my latest videos. At least at the time of me recording this, they were like, "Man, I wish I had that discipline." Okay, so I replied to both of these comments, like, what is stopping you from attaining what it is that you wish? That's the thing with wishes. I don't really like wishes. I wish this, I wish that. I coulda, I shoulda. Like when people ask me, like, "Hey, Omar, if I was a genie, or if you had a genie, what would you wish for? Or if you could have one wish right now, what would it be?" And like, I'm like, I don't know. End world hunger. Because usually when people have wishes, they're usually things that are that they want to be granted that benefit them, or at least benefit people around them. Not like something where, oh, put $1 billion inside of everyone's pocket, right? Um, Most people might not wish for that. Most people are probably going to wish for, give me $1 billion, give me $7 billion, right? So again, so with these people saying, wish, I wish this, I wish that, to me it kind of sounds self-pitying, right? When you're exclaiming out, "Oh, I wish I should do this, I wish I could do this, I wish I had this, that." Okay, why are you wishing? Like, why don't you just take the steps now to work towards that? The person that was saying, "I wish I had that equipment," or "I wish I had a backyard." Okay, maybe the situation where he doesn't have a backyard, that might not be something that he can change immediately. But with the equipment part, first of all, I use like really the same couple of pieces of equipment every single day, literally. And it's like, what is stopping that commenter from getting that equipment? What is stopping them from getting literally just a pull up bar? Because calisthenics, with the way I train, calisthenics is literally just the floor and a pull up bar. You don't need to have parallettes. You don't need to have rings. You don't need to have dip bars. If you just stay consistent with like squat, dip, no, not dip, squat, push up, pull up, then boom, that's like most of your gains right there. So what is stopping you, if you are watching this video right now, and for anybody else, what is stopping you from getting that equipment? What is stopping you from making that change right now? Why are you wishing for it? Why not just go towards it? Why not just do it, right? You could wish all day and night, to have $1 million. But what are you doing now to get $1 million? I just don't get the wishing thing. It just sounds so self-pitying. It sounds like you feel so bad for yourself. There's like a little violin playing the world's saddest song in the background. And it might seem like I'm being like very mean or whatever to these comments, but still it's like, I just don't understand the concept of wishes, cuz it's like, again, it's like you're going to wish for something selfish, and then you're going to wish for something that you could have worked towards, that's what you're gonna wish for. Most people are probably gonna wish for something that they could have worked towards. The most thing that people probably wish for is like money, maybe a better looking body, or something self gratifying, right? But it's like, all these things you could have worked towards, all these things you could have put in effort, and I just don't understand why people are wishing like that. Like, why are you in my comments saying, "I wish this, I wish that"? Why not just work towards it? You know, your comment should either be read out like, "Hey man, I'm gonna start getting my own equipment," or "Hey, where'd you get that equipment?" Right? Like, some people, like, instead of saying, "I wish I had that equipment," they'll ask, "Hey, where'd you get that from?" So that way they can gain knowledge. That way they're actually taking a proper step to what it is that they wish they had, or that they wish they want to have. And with the other person that commented, they wish they had my type of discipline. I think that's what the comment said. I don't remember it verbatim. um I'm just thinking, like, why do you wish that? What's stopping you from taking the steps now? Like, how about you just, either probably don't leave the comment, right? And just be like, you know, put away your phone and just be like, you know what? I'm going to start working out every day. You know what? I'm going to start getting into calisthenics. You know what? I'm going to start my own YouTube channel, whatever the case may be. And so it's not a, so, you know, it's not a wishing game. You know, you have to actually go and get these things yourself. You know, how many times have, you might have been talking to somebody and you were telling them, you were having big talk, you were puffing up your chest, you were like, I'm going to start that YouTube channel, or I'm going to start that business, or I'm going to start that clothing brand, whatever the case may be, right? And then you go to that person a month from now, and they're like, "Hey, so how's that work? How's your workouts, or how's your YouTube channel?" And you're like, "Man, yeah, I gotta get back onto that. Oh man, I should get back onto that. Oh man, I wish I was able to get back onto that. Like, bro, you either do or you don't. It's either you do or you don't. Not none of this. Oh, I gotta get back. How many times have you been conversing with somebody and they're checking up on like your progress or something, and they're like, and you're like, I gotta get back to that, bro. I gotta get back to that. I mean, you know how foolish you look, bro. You told this person that, hey, I'm gonna do this, right? Or maybe this person was talking about, they work out every day, and you're like, man, I gotta get like that. You know how much of a fool you look like? Like, maybe this is crazy for me to say, but it's like, come on. You're like, listen to someone telling you like how, holding you accountable probably for something that you said you were gonna do, and now you're like, oh man, I gotta get back into it, bro. I gotta do that, or I gotta start that, or I gotta restart this up. Like, you know how you sound. Just explain the situation. Say like, yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what? Oh, you work out? Okay, well, let me think about that. I haven't worked out in a while, and then kind of ask yourself before you say something like that. Ask yourself, what's stopping you? What is stopping you from getting back into those better habits? What is stopping you from even starting those good habits in the first place? What is stopping you from being more disciplined? What is stopping you from being more consistent? What is stopping you from working out? What is stopping you from doing anything that you want to do, right? Because again, when we wish for stuff, we wish for stuff that we want. We wish for stuff, a lot of stuff that we wish for, we can attain it ourselves, bro. You know, if the first thing you come up to, if I said, what do you wish for? And the first thing that comes up to your mind, it's most likely going to be something that you can probably attain yourself, right? I wish for better food. I wish for $1 million. I wish for better clothes. You can take the steps. You can take the proper steps now to get those better clothes. Instead of those people leaving those comments, they could have been, I don't know, 1/4 of a way to making the proper step, or putting in, start locking in into like, okay, how can I get this equipment? How can I have this guy's discipline? How can I get into better shape? Stuff like that, you know. And it's like, that's the thing too. When we wish for something, we're kind of putting off the challenge, right? A lot of things that we wish for, it comes with a challenge, right? So if I wish to have $1 million, right? That most basic wish, probably. If I wish to have $1 million, it's going to be challenges, right? If I want $1 million, and if I'm like, nah, I'm not going to wish for it, I'm going to work for it. If I want to work towards $1 million, that's going to be hard. Attaining millions of dollars is not easy, right? We have billionaires, we have millionaires. There's a bunch of millionaires, but you realize like how hard it is to even get like a six-figure check. You realize how many years and devotion you have to put in to becoming a millionaire, especially if you want to become like a millionaire when you're young, right before you hit like 35. So we're gonna put that off. We're like, you know what? I just wish I had $1 million, instead of being like, I will have $1 million. I'm gonna work towards getting $1 million, or I'm gonna start joining this business program to get $1 million, or I'm gonna start saving my money for $1 billion or $1 million. Sorry, but we'd rather just be like, man, I wish I had $1 million, and then let that be it. We're not gonna open that thought back up. We're not gonna devote ourselves. We're not gonna do anything about it, because It is so much easier just to sit on our ass and just imagine. It's so much easier just to imagine, the best possible situation instead of working towards it. But your dreams are gonna stay dreams unless you try and make it a reality. Unless you try and go out of your way to either sacrifice certain things or to take time out of your life for certain things. You know, and again, that's another thing too, right? Some people will say, "I wish I had this," and when they tried it out, they had to sacrifice a lot of things. Maybe they wanted to have a better body. Maybe they wanted to have better health, but they had to sacrifice junk food. They had to sacrifice maybe drinking. They had to sacrifice hanging out with their friends a lot because maybe they only drink and smoke with their friends. They might have to sacrifice just a lot of things, right? Oh, you want better sleep? Well, you're gonna have to sacrifice the late nights that you spend watching Netflix. You're gonna have to sacrifice all the time that you spend scrolling on your phone. And some people don't want to give up these things because these things are very pleasurable. These things are very easy. Again, these things very gratifying. It's so easy just to do nothing. It's literally the easiest thing in the world, right? You wouldn't have a problem to do nothing, but doing nothing isn't going to get you anything. So if you want to get anything, you're going to have to do something. And doing something is hard. Doing something is so much more harder than doing nothing, right? If you want to take the proper steps of getting a better body and you've never even walked a mile, then walking that mile is going to be the hardest thing to do at first. And then it's just going to get, well, it's going to get easier and easier, but the effort is going to have to go up more and more if you want to get better results. And if you want to get better results, if you want to put in more effort, you're going to have to sacrifice more. And many people don't want to sacrifice. So they're just going to keep saying, I wish I was like you. I wish I had these things. I wish, I was in this position. I wish I had that car. I wish I had that house. I wish I had this girl. I wish everything, man. How about you stop wishing and start pushing? I don't know. Just do something, just do something, man. Okay? Okay? Do something. I don't care what it is, man. If it's something that sets your heart ablaze and makes you want to push on, keep doing it every day, find that, bro. Find what it is, man. Find it, man. All right? Because no one will find it for you. No one will, okay? You can say, I wish this, I wish that. I probably said wish 100,000 times in this video, but still, if you wish it and you don't do anything, it's going to stay a wish, and that's it.